Welcome back to the last of my 3 videos featuring the Derwent Valley Mills UNESCO World Heritage Site. If you've missed my previous videos on Strutt's North Mill and Cromford Mills, I've linked them in the description below. Feel free to check them out later. Masson Mills is a historic textile mill located in Matlock Bath, Derbyshire. It holds a key place in the history of the Industrial Revolution and the development of the modern factory system. Richard Arkwright, an English inventor and leading entrepreneur, founded Cromford Mills in 1771, often cited as the world's first successful water-powered cotton spinning mill. His method of large-scale mechanised cotton production using water-powered frames and a tightly managed factory regime demonstrated how to integrate machinery, labour and a natural power source under one roof. However, the very success of Cromford led to new challenges. It couldn't meet the growing demands of Arkwright's expanding business. His solution was to build a second, larger mill, Masson Mills, constructed in 1783 just a few miles down the Derwent River. Made from brick and gritstone, Masson Mills was not only bigger but also more technologically advanced than Cromford. It followed the same engineering principles, using water wheels powered by the River Derwent, but benefited from lessons learned with a more efficient layout and better use of workspace. Local workers, many living in purpose-built cottages in Matlock Bath and surrounding villages, kept the mill running. Although the setting was more scenic than Cromford, working conditions remained intense. Together, Cromford and Masson marked a turning point in industrial history. They symbolise the birth of the modern factory system and laid the foundations for urban industrial growth, factory towns and mass production. Following Arkwright's death in 1792, the mill passed to his son, Richard Arkwright Jr., who continued to develop the business and expand operations. Throughout the 19th century, the Arkwright family kept spinning cotton at Masson, upgrading to water turbines and expanding the mill with new floors and buildings to accommodate rising demand. They also adopted more advanced machinery, including improved spinning frames and looms. In the early 20th century, ownership likely changed hands several times. The mill transitioned from water power to steam and eventually to electricity, continuing cotton production through decades of industrial change. By the 1990s, global competition and the shift to overseas manufacturing had taken their toll. Textile production at Masson Mills was no longer economically viable. In 2001, the Derwent Valley Mills were designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with Masson Mills recognised as one of its key components. Soon after, the site was redeveloped into the Masson Mills shopping village and working textile museum, an effort to preserve the mill's history while creating a modern visitor attraction. The museum featured live demonstrations and working machinery, while the shopping village housed factory outlet stores. However, a major event was on the horizon. When the COVID-19 pandemic hit, Masson Mills was forced to close in March 2020 during the first national lockdown. A report in October of that year confirmed the closure was permanent, ending 21 years of trading. Since then, the site has evolved, and in 2022 the Derwent Hydro Group, run by the Needle family, acquired the mill. Today, Masson Mills stands as a powerful symbol of British industrial heritage. It has entered a new phase focused on conservation, education and renewable energy. The mill still harnesses the power of the River Derwent through hydroelectric turbines, linking past innovation with sustainable technology. The Historic Textile Machinery Museum is open once again, offering guided tours and live demonstrations, and the Visitor Centre and Cafe welcome guests on site, showcasing the mill's remarkable legacy. Now under local private ownership, Masson Mills is being carefully restored and reimagined, with a strong emphasis on heritage preservation and community engagement. Masson Mills may no longer spin cotton, but it continues to weave together the threads of industrial revolution, British innovation and a renewed sense of purpose in the 21st century. I hope you've enjoyed this 3-part video series on Derwent Valley Mills as much as I've enjoyed creating it. If you did, please take a moment to like, share and leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts.